Hello again, seniors. Welcome to the Senior AI Kitchen. I am the proprietor of the Senior AI Kitchen. I'm Mike Hayes, and I am just the head coach, along with my co-hosts and key chefs of the Senior AI Kitchen board. And what you are looking at is the cover that I hope is the next year or two cover of Time Magazine, showing the senior users of AI, AI bloomers. That's what we call them, AI baby boomers who are now AI bloomers, rather than the top 100 most influential people in tech, who are far more younger than seniors, and they seem to be ignoring us and sidelining seniors. So this is a quick prompt that I generated from my account. You are looking at my account on Gemini. So I'm going to get right to the chase, keeping it super simple, guys. All you need to do is open a free account with a Gmail account. That would be my suggestion of the easiest way to go. And if you can order a book on Amazon, trust me, you can order content made by Gemini, and it will do all the heavy lifting and all of the work. This is just some of the things that I have created in my Gemini account. So I check in every day with Gemini. I'm checking in and following up and kind of updating what I am working on for the senior community, with the four pillars, the focus on from what I learned from Oxford University about keeping it real, about the four corners or pillars, if you will, of AI. Called number one is perception, reasoning, which is a big one, because then we can all lead reasoned life with great reasonability. And then the other one is action, and creating content, communication for your family, friends, community, anybody you want. So this is my I'll get into multiple uses of Gemini as we move along, but I want to keep this really simple so you can see how powerful this is. So my first stop is gemini.google.com. Go there. You can go to Google, open a free Gmail account. If you already have a Gmail account, you can just go to gemini.google.com and open up a Gemini account, which is fantastic. And it's all about the legacy of Google, which has been around a long, long time. I love ChatGPT. Many of you do. I know that. And some of you cut your teeth with ChatGPT. I still use it. I call it ChatGPT networking. It's not going anywhere. It's only going to get bigger. But I do like the legacy of Google for seniors to keep it super safe. SAFE, the Senior AI Foundation Explainers, and that's one of the things we do. So now I have already created a prompt. Let me just show you how easily I can create a prompt with Gemini. So this is my Gemini account. We're going to show you how to get it to do all of the work. Even if you are super afraid of AI, don't worry about it. We have AI podcast listening. We have the Senior AI podcast. You can just learn about AI just by listening and learning from the Senior AI podcast. Even if you don't want to get your feet wet in AI, you can still learn about how to stay safe with AI just by listening to a podcast. So that's really our goal. You can really change the world just by getting the right people to listen to the right podcast. So all I have to do is talk to my Gemini. You don't have to be a prompt engineer, as you'll see very quickly. I push one button on the keyboard of my Macintosh computer, and now I can talk to my AI. And you can see that I'm talking to Gemini as we speak, and I'm not going to hit enter because I've already created a prompt doing this, and I'm just going to use the prompt that I've already created, and I'm going to move what I get out of Gemini. This is like the prep chef for the AI Senior Kitchen, Mike's AI Senior Kitchen. And all I'm doing is coaching you to become your own chef with your own kitchen with NotebookLM. We're going to move over there in just a second. So first of all, I'm going to shut off the little talking button. Now I am moving over to NotebookLM. So you can do plenty just using Gemini, but you're going to learn very quickly that you can really put Gemini to work in the kitchen. This is what I call Mike's AI Kitchen. It's for seniors and using strategic recipes. So what I did is I pasted a prompt into that I'd taken from Gemini. So let me show you. I'm going to open up a new window for NotebookLM. Now, this is my NotebookLM. This is related to Google. So this is NotebookLM. Don't worry about the initials. It just means learning machine. But basically, NotebookLM from Google, this is how many I have created because the kitchen, when you take a kitchen approach like I do, you're cooking up creativity, you're cooking up your own creations, you're cooking up content that you can share with your family, with your friends, or with a business proposal, or in your community with anything that you want to share. Now, I am in the process of creating a non-profit company called the Senior AI Foundation Explainers. That's acronym is SAFE. We want to keep it safe for seniors. So this is the notebook that I created this morning with the prompt out of Gemini. But what you do is once you open an account on Notebook, and if you don't want to open an account on Notebook, you can still use Gemini all day long for some really great things. But what you can do is you can take the prompt that and that's all it's called. It's just really words. And you just open up this button. Now, I am teaching you and coaching you how to create multimedia content almost effortlessly just by following pretty simple steps. And you'll be watching this coaching video, so you always can keep your finger on the pause button. So don't go past anything that you don't understand. Just hit pause in the video and then look at what the video is saying, and then open your Gemini account or open up your NotebookLM account. So I could take whatever I wanted to create, just paste it right in here. And when I do that, then it's going to generate content. And that's what I've already done. So I'm going to show you what I've already done with what I created. So this is what will happen. This will be the evolution of pasting in that content that you get from Gemini. And then you come over here on the menu for the kitchen of what do you want to order from the kitchen. And these are your chefs. Mike's AICoHost chefs. They are AI chefs, and they created a lot of content that I've already created down here that I'm going to share with you, because this is the tour and coaching you how to use the Senior AI Kitchen every day or whenever you feel like. So what did I want to order? I didn't have to do any of the work that I'm going to show you. NotebookLM did it all. I just had to order what I wanted, and anybody can do that. If you walk into a restaurant, most of them have, a screen that you can just order what you want from, just like Costco does. So you come over here and you can order. Look at this, what you can order, as I've already done. I can order a short video, and I can decide how I want it to look. I just select what I want it to look like, and then I hit generate. I'm not going to do that because I've already done that. I just want to show you that you can learn to do this. It's just practice. Or I can just hit this one button and generate a medium length video. I'm going to show you what they look like. I can come over here and I can decide, what do I want to order out of the kitchen? I always like to order a short brief, just like this, because I like to have a trailer for anything else that I do. So this is like a 2-minute video, or a 2-minute, really over a minute, maybe a minute 30, because I like to tell people what the longer deep dive podcast is all about, so they can make a choice. Is it reasonable for you to want to learn more on that topic in your life or in your business? So you can decide in just 2 minutes. These are Mike's AI 2-minute briefs. And you can listen to the first 2 minutes and decide, geez, do I really want to invest my time into learning more about this? Or is this not a topic that I am interested in? Then I come back over here, and this is what I'm doing, but you can learn to do this, to create messages around the holidays. So whatever you want to do. I can create a long one. I can even create a debate, which is pretty cool, because I've been lucky enough to be connected to Oxford University through my friend and next door neighbor, Nakul Thomas, who is an EMBA at Oxford, and taught me when we went to lecture or speak at whatever you want to call it at Oxford. We learned about the 4 pillars of AI, which are perception, reasoning, amazing output to iron out any problems that you have in your life, and really improve almost any relationship in your family or business or law, whatever. Okay. Very, very important. Next one is imagination, which I absolutely love, because I was trained at NBC in New York in programming, and it takes quite a bit of an imagination to be a programmer with a major network. And then the big one is the action communication and really putting that to work. So it's not just talk, but how to share it. And these are all things. Now, the next ones that I want to show you. I want to show you the reports. I can order a briefing doc from the kitchen, and it will almost like a menu or what I want, or a blog post right there. So it'll create a blog post, and I'm going to show you these. So I just want to cut right to the chase, and then a slideshow. You just click on here, and it will generate a slideshow. So now what I want to do is I want to show you what happened just by ordering from the kitchen what I wanted. So if you think of it like dough, like what you get from Gemini is like a ball of dough, okay? And now move over to the NotebookLM oven, like what you're looking at right here. This is my NotebookLM oven. You see me up here as the chef, but really it's the tools that are doing the baking, the cooking. And so, but look at the fun things that you get out of it. So I'm going to share this little 1-minute video, and let me click on this. This is what is so fun. Just let AI do all of the heavy lifting. Here it is. Let me make it big first.
Okay, let's dive into the AI kitchen. It's a really simple, creative way to think about using AI. It's all about replacing that tech anxiety with the fun of, just seasoning to taste. So we're ditching the confusing black box idea and stepping into a more creative, open kitchen. And in this kitchen, you're not just following a recipe. You are the head chef. Meet your team. Gemini is your prep chef with a huge pantry, and NotebookLM is your sous-chef. So how do you tell them what to do? Simple. Your prompts are basically just the recipe. And the whole process is structured just like a fantastic 4-course meal. Pretty cool, right? You've got an appetizer, a main dish, dessert, and yep, even a take-home back. The appetizer gets you started, the main dish adds depth, and dessert gives that emotional hook. Okay, let's cook something up for real. How about becoming a digital family historian? You can see the whole menu laid out here, from summarizing memories to building a family timeline. And check this out for dessert. The AI writes an emotional script based on your actual family letters. What if the AI gets something wrong? Just think of it as the chef getting a bit heavy-handed with the salt. And remember, the AI can only use what's in the pot. You provide all the ingredients. So there you have it. It's your turn to get cooking with this clear, creative framework. So the real question is, what amazing dish will you create in your AI kitchen?
Now, AI created that. NotebookLM created that video. I didn't have anything to do with it other than taking the prompt that I got out of Gemini. And you can go to Gemini and practice all day long just by talking to it. And a tip I would give you to get started, how do I get started with it? Here's the tip. Talk to it like it is your 20-year-old nephew who really understands tech. And what would you say to your 20-year-old nephew about what you really want? Well, I want to learn how to do this. I want to learn how to use Gemini. Tell Gemini that, and tell Gemini that you want Gemini to coach you on how to use Gemini. And it will give you a complete outline, and then you can use that and you can move it over into NotebookLM, create a podcast. So you can create your own podcast that is teaching you how to use Gemini, okay? That's a very important point. I want that light bulb to go off in your head, because if you can order something on Amazon, you can definitely use Gemini. So let me share something else with you. So let me get organized here. Okay, so let me get back here. Okay, we are back in Mike's AI Kitchen for seniors, and I want to share more content that I have baked in my NotebookLM oven today. So I want to show you how much content you can create. And what's interesting is what I'm doing is multiple things. One, I am using my notebook as my teleprompter. So I'm doing a Zoom meeting, but I'm looking at Notebook to remind me what I want to talk about. And so think about that as you want to create your own podcast, because Google recommends the number one skill in the era of AI is learning to learn AI. And Google recommends learning it with podcast listening, AI podcast listening. And that's why it creates these podcasts. So let me show you. This is a little 1-minute video that you just saw. And now I want to share a 1-minute audio right here. So listen to this audio.
This is with AI. It ditches all the scary tech talk. This is the brief on the AI Kitchen, simmering content into courses. So what this is a really clever way to think about making courses with AI. It ditches all the scary tech talk and uses a cooking show metaphor instead, making it perfect for creating content, especially for a senior audience. First, the strategy splits the AI work just like in a real kitchen. You've got Gemini acting as the prep chef, grabbing all the fresh ingredients from its huge, real-time data pantry. Then, NotebookLM comes in as the Sous-Chef, taking your specific source material and simmering it down into a focused, cohesive dish. Second, it's all about how the content is served. It's delivered in 4 servings to make sure it's easy to digest. You start with the appetizer to get people hooked, then the main dish for the deep content, the dessert for that crucial emotional connection, and finally, the take-home bag, so you walk away with something you can actually use. And finally, it's all about building trust. The scripts are kept simple at an 8th grade level, which lets the host make natural eye contact. And all the jargon, it's gone. When an AI hallucinates, they just call it spicing it too heavy. And learning to prompt, well, that's just learning to write a recipe. This framework succeeds by using familiar ideas and a clear structure to build genuine trust with its audience.
Okay, now there you have it. Now look at what you can do. This is the brief video. I can click here and download it right to my desktop. And once that, and you saw that video, I'll show you another video real quick here. But you saw it, you could download it to your desktop as a trailer for a longer video like this one, which I can also download right to my desktop and upload right to YouTube. And that's all part of the Google legacy of media. So let me show you another longer video. And again, you are learning about how to learn AI. As I'm showing you how to do it, I'm also sharing my message about the Senior AI Kitchen, which you're looking at right now. So let's share this video. And I will make it full screen. And so think about all the things that I'm accomplishing that you can also be accomplishing right here in the Senior AI Kitchen. So let's look at this and what you can download to upload a video, or even the shorter videos you can put right into a text and share it that way. So I don't know how much easier this could all be, folks.
Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're stepping into what I like to call the AI kitchen. We're going to be cooking up a whole new way to look at artificial intelligence, turning some really complex tech into a simple recipe that honestly anyone can follow.
So let me ask you this. Have you ever looked at AI and just felt like you were staring at a big, intimidating black box? You know that feeling, right? Where something is so complex you have no idea what's happening on the inside. It's a super common feeling. Okay, so what if we could just completely flip that on its head? Instead of that mysterious, scary black box, let's picture an open kitchen. A place that feels creative, familiar, and, actually inviting. And this quote, right here, this is the whole goal for us today. We're making a deliberate shift, moving away from that intimidating black box of technology and walking right into the collaborative, fun, open kitchen of creativity. So welcome to the AI kitchen. Now, this isn't just a fun little theme we're using. This whole metaphor is basically a cognitive bridge. It's a really powerful way to connect something we already know, like, hey, cooking, with something that's new and kind of complex, which makes the new stuff so much easier to understand. And here's what I love about this approach. It's the psychological shift. It completely gets rid of that anxiety, that fear of doing it wrong that so often stops us from even trying new technology. Instead, we're bringing in that familiar, playful idea of just seasoning to taste. It's all about experimenting and making it your own.
Of course, every great kitchen needs its chefs. So let's meet our 2 AI chefs. These are the powerful tools that are going to be doing all the heavy lifting for us. Okay, so think of it like this. On the left, we've got our prep chef, which is Gemini. This chef has access to a gigantic real-time pantry of ingredients, basically the entire internet. It's awesome for getting broad summaries and just brainstorming initial ideas. Then, on the right, we have our Sous-Chef, NotebookLM. Now, this chef is a specialist. It takes these specific ingredients you give it, like your own notes and documents, and it simmers them down into this really concentrated, perfect flavor. So the key takeaway is simple. Use the prep chef for wide open discovery and the sous chef when you need to do focused, deep work. All right, our kitchen is all staffed up, so now we need a recipe. And that's where the 4-course framework comes in. Think of it as our simple, structured recipe that we can follow to create a really engaging final product, whether that's a presentation or a project or, well, pretty much anything. So this recipe is served in 4 courses. First up is the appetizer, just a small, yummy taste to get your audience interested and lower that barrier to entry. Next, of course, is the main dish. This is the real meat of your content, where you deliver the core info for people who want to do a deep dive. Then, for the 3rd course, we serve dessert. This is your emotional hook, connecting with people through a great story. And finally, everyone gets to leave with a take-home bag, a super practical tool or a checklist that they can use long after the meal is over. And, the real genius of this framework is that it's designed completely around your audience. It actually respects their time and their mental energy, their cognitive load, by giving them information in a way that's structured, easy to digest, and actually memorable. Okay, so that's all the theory. But how does this recipe actually play out in a real-world kitchen? Let's walk through a tangible example. We're going to put this whole framework into action by serving up a family history project. So for our case study, imagine we're creating a course called the Digital Family Historian. Our target audience is seniors, and the goal is to help them use AI to preserve all their priceless family memories. It's a perfect mix of technology and really heartfelt storytelling. Okay, check out our menu. This shows exactly how we'd build this course step by step. For the appetizer, we'll have Gemini quickly summarize why AI is so great for preserving memories, which gives us a quick 3-sentence taste. For the main dish, we'll give our specialist NotebookLM 5 old family letters, and it'll simmer them down into a detailed family timeline. For dessert, that emotional part, NotebookLM will generate a 2-minute storyteller script for a legacy video. And finally, for the take-home bag, Gemini will create a really simple Sunday afternoon checklist, a practical 3-step plan to help them digitize even more family photos. So what you end up with here isn't just some fun information, edutainment. It's a really practical and useful tool that actually empowers someone to achieve a goal that's incredibly meaningful to them. All right, before we wrap up, I want to share a few secrets from the chef. Just some really simple, memorable ways to talk about complex AI concepts without ever having to use intimidating jargon. First things first, let's just stop using the word prompt. Instead, let's call them recipes. You're not learning to prompt, you are learning to write a recipe for the AI. See how that just instantly sounds more creative and way less technical? And what about that super technical term, context window? The limit on how much info an AI can handle at once. Let's just call it the size of the pot. It's a perfect analogy, right? You can only cook with the ingredients that you can actually fit inside the pot. Simple. And what happens when an AI makes a mistake or gets a fact wrong? What some people call a hallucination? Don't sweat it. Just say the chef got a little heavy-handed with the salt. That's all it is. It's a simple little error in the recipe, and one we can easily go back and adjust. The big takeaway from all these little secrets is simple, but it's really, really powerful. When we take the time to reframe technical jargon into concepts people already know, we make powerful technology accessible and welcoming to absolutely everyone. So we've toured the kitchen, we've met our AI chefs, and we've learned a whole 4-course recipe for success. We've seen that with the right framework, anyone, and I mean anyone, can turn intimidating tech into an amazing creative tool. Which leaves me with just one final question for you. What complex topic will you cook up in your AI kitchen?
All right. So one of the things that I want to tell you that I am doing is I am going to speed up the video so that you're in control. You can slow the video down. You can control the pace of the video. You can stop the video. So don't let it run on past things that you understand. And all of a sudden you're going, geez, what are they talking about? Just pause the video. You can rewind it. So don't forget that you are completely in control of this journey to learning how to use AI in the Senior AI Kitchen by using it as a metaphor and as an analogy. And I like to use analogies and metaphors that baby boomers understand. I'm a baby boomer. There are older seniors and there are younger seniors. There's Gen X seniors. Anybody over 60 can benefit from this. And that's what we want to do, is use it to better communicate with people of all ages inside of our families and outside of our families.